question from JJ, can we review Mount Gambier? Okay, so overall in this local government area we have two. So this is a city where it is a local government area, it is a city and it's a suburb effectively all in one. Let me just try and search for this again in here. So let's just get our bearings here for everyone's benefit. Okay, so this is down here towards the border of Victoria. Very close to it. You know, Mount Gambier is a funny one. It's sort of a little bit, where are we? All right, so you've got Melbourne. You know, generally people driving to Adelaide to Melbourne take this path through here. This is the roundabout way of getting there. It really isn't close to anything else, a very inwards facing economy. You know, you have your Great Ocean Drive, tourists, etc., taking the scenic route to Adelaide, you know, your grey nomads type scenario, but a lot of the traffic, a lot of the employment, a lot of the focus of infrastructure, etc., is on the artery straight through the middle. So this is really out and away from, you know, your larger population centres. It really is, you know, quite isolated in terms of where it is. And this is, you know, where Mount Isa has multiple suburbs. You know, you can search for each of these individually at properties. Mount Gambier is just really having that one main suburb. There is a second suburb there, but it's a smaller town where it's all clustered around the one larger suburb area. So, you know, your LGA is the same as your city, is the same as your suburb in terms of our searches. Now, what's going on there? So 360 purchase price. We've got a yield of 5.8%. Days of supply is 44. This is all looking really healthy at the moment. We've had a recent correction of just over 10% in price. So it's had a consolidation period recently, which for me is actually a positive thing in many cases. I don't mind them when they've had lots of good growth in the recent years, but I like to have them having a plateau or a short-term consolidation before they move off again, if they have grown. We've got good population growth, you know, 2% in the next 3 years. We have 61% owner-occupiers, so probably would like it a little bit higher than that, but we can definitely make that work at a street level. Low socio-economic score, you know, so as a city it's a 2 out of 10. Rental price 400, that is going up very so slightly. Yields have gone up because we've had rents going up slightly and prices just come back slightly, so our yields have gone through the roof, which is actually quite a bullish sign, having those two moving together. We've had days of supply reducing by almost 20%. And so now we're coming into our buy zone where we've got that reducing and we're at 44 days of supply. So we're probably coming up to a 7 or an 8 out of 10 if you were to equate it back to the old property clock. And vacancy rate is 1.4%, which is really great, and it's actually tightening. So we have a lot of health across the board here, but it's still only an 81% R score. So some of the reasons why that might be occurring, it's 26,000 in population, which is very low. Okay, for me, it's generally too low for this very remote location. And I guess that's probably some of the smaller metrics that are pulling this back and not really getting it up to the 90 percentile. It is trending in the right direction. So this may be an area that in a month or two's time is up above 90%. Okay. Maybe days of supply continuing to trend downwards. You know, there's not, even though rents and yields, rents are going up, they're not really going up very quickly. And probably the low 60% owner-occupier levels, it's okay if you can get the street right, but overall that's probably bringing it down a couple of percentage points. Remember, this is the sum of the parts, guys. So for me, look, the data's looking reasonably good. Still need to get it to 90%. But overall, it's 26,000 people live in this city. You know, we have purchased properties in places with this number of population, but they're generally surrounded by other areas with population as well. This one is right out by itself. Potentially that is an issue for us. You know, so watch and wait. Look at what's happening over the next couple of months. This type of really remote location, though, I would like to see a little bit more people living there before I really pull the trigger. Hopefully that answers your question, JJ.